Hello and a warm welcome to Nanny Moon's Crochet. My name's Sally and it's Monday the 14th of October 2023 and this is episode number 40. 40? Yeah, 40. You just have to check. Welcome everybody, new subscribers and returning. I hope you're all well. And first thing I want to do is just say hello to my grandsons Cole, hi Cole, and little Dougie, hi Dougie, and also Leo, hi Leo, and Jamie, hi Jamie, and little Jonathan, hi Jonathan, and not forgetting little Hope, hi Hope, hi. Just had to do that because I was talking to my oldest son the other day, David. Morning, David, and he said little Cole, little grandson Cole he was scrolling through and he just happened to see one of my videos. He said, "Daddy, Nanny Sally's on YouTube." She's famous. Nanny Sally's on video. So I just said I'd say wave and say hello. So that's that done. Um, right. Today I'm going to start as usual with the 3D granny square crochet along that I'm participating in with Natasha. Hi Natasha from Hooks and Stitches. We're working through this book of lovely squares. They're all 3D. Some of them they're all crocheted in. Some of them you sew on a little bits afterwards. Um, it's a lovely book. I'm really enjoying doing these because they work up fairly quick. Some of them are really challenging. Some of them are more or less straightforward. But there's three designers. There's Katie Moore, Shana Moore, and Celine Simon. And I get a feeling that one of the designers is obviously she's really good at the written pattern is really good and we can follow along. But then I don't know whether it's one of the other designers, but there's quite a few little errors and definitely not for a beginner, I wouldn't say, because you've really just got to work it out yourself where things are going. But also, like with the crochet along that I'm participating in with Jenny from In My Spare Time, I'll go on to that later. But with this crochet along, I'm not a chart follower at all. I know what the symbols are, but I've never really followed charts. I've always gone by the written pattern. But the charts for me with this crochet along are really helpful, where they'll describe something as going to the next stitch. Sometimes it means not into the stitch but between the stitches, and it's not always clear. But with the chart here you can see exactly where the stitches are meant to be, so I found that really helpful. Anyway, so last week Natasha chooses 2 squares. We're doing 2 a week. There's 100 in total. We're doing 2 a week, and this week we're on, what were these? Let me just see. This is number 47 and number 48. So this is week 24. So we're almost halfway through. And out of a little jar at random, she picked the chicken. That's that. And oops, pop him out. That's my little chicken. See, it is 3D because that it did pop out. It popped out like a little. But I loved that one. That was really cute. Did you have to do a mouth? Oh no, they haven't. Did I do a mouth? Oh my goodness. They just look like there's something missing here. No, they don't have a mouth. They have a beak. Oh dear, it's going to be one of them days. Anyway, so this was my chicken, and I've used I think it was stone, white, and that red isn't Starcraft. This was Starcraft in stone and white, and the black and saffron for the beak, not the nose. And the red was just a random odd scrap. So that was my chicken. And the other one that she chose to do was keep them in the book because it flattens them nicely. The spider, and that looked straightforward too. You just did your middle bit and then make it square it off into the square. I suddenly realised like about 2 minutes ago I hadn't done that, the little web coming down, so I've just quickly done that. But again, the charts, this one was straightforward. I didn't have to look at the charts. Both of them were really nice to make, and I'd definitely do them again. Get him the right way up and get his legs sorted. So that's my little spider. Whoops, thought that was nice, appropriate, ready for Halloween. Well, that wasn't very straight either, but never mind. So that's the spider. And so they were really nice to do. Now, because Natasha does her video on a Monday, she's already chose next week's. So we've got next week coming up. Well, this week actually. We've got the frog. And with that one, you start in the middle with the green, do your circle, and then you square it off with the square, and then all these pieces are sewn on separately. So, and the chart down here gives you the different little charts for the different things. The eye chart, the eyelid chart, and the foot chart. And then this is the main circle. So that's looking forward to doing that. And the other one on page 93 is the sunflower. Love sunflowers, and my favourite flower. So, yep, chart in the middle. This is for the sunflower, and then that's for the so really looking forward to doing those two this week. And these two squares will be square 49 and 50. So we're halfway through the book. But before I move on to Jenny's crochet along, I just want to, last week, what I'm doing with them, I'm going to put 4 together and then make them into a cushion, and then I'm going to give each of my grandsons and granddaughter Hope, and 5 grandsons and Hope, granddaughter, a cushion for Christmas as one of their presents, because I've got such a stack of, well, we're halfway through, so next week I'll have 50. So I thought, as it's getting closer to Christmas, I'll start doing the squares. So as I've got quite a few fruits, this is what I mean I was going to do with them. So this is the cushion. We've got the orange one, the raspberry, the apple, and the strawberry, and I've just put them together with a red. I just as there was red in most of them, and it's a colour I'd got. Now these are all done in DK weight, but right, because I thought it'd take a while to do this, I did this in Aran, this red. It's a Jarrell baby Aran, Rambler Aran, and this shade is 4318, and it's called Cherry. It's 100% acrylic. You can wash it. There's 100 gram, 210 meters. Yeah, made made for woolcraft. So it's one of those that you get from either the Little Wool Shop online or Toffs, the original factory shop. Is that? And I used a 5mm hook for this. So because I'd already got this cushion, and it's about 18 inch cushion middle, and so I had to do a few more rows around, and then on the back I've just done a solid granny square on the back, and then not very good, but I've put a zip in there because I might actually get a red, just an ordinary red cheapish cushion so that you don't see much of the white through. I might leave it, but I might get a, or cover that. I did actually buy some, what did I do with it? I did actually buy some lining in red to cover that, so I may cover that. But I put the zip in, whoops, just so that the mums will be able to take it off and wash it if it gets grubby. So that's what I'm doing with my squares. Nice and soft, nice and cuddly. So that's one of them. Not sure which one that's for at the moment, but they all like eating fruit, so that could be for one of them. So that's what I'm going to do with my squares. So I'll be doing those over the coming weeks up to Christmas. So that's that spoke about. Oh yeah, the next crochet along, as I mentioned, is A Year of the Granny Square. You've probably seen this book quite often. I know there's quite a few. But that was lovely. That was number one. That was lovely to do. It looks really difficult, but it wasn't. It was lovely. So this book by Kylie Meletta. You've got 52, because one for each week of the year. 52 granny squares. They're sectioned off into, what are we doing first? Into spring, summer, autumn and winter, or fall and winter. And then there is a few projects that you can do. They're all, where is it? Where's the symbols? Oh yeah. This week's was a 2 ball of yarn for the difficulty rating, and this was the one, week number 11, blossoming fields. And I thought, oh, that looks a little bit tricky, but actually I love doing this one. I thought it was really nice. I use a 4mm. These are Muse hooks that I had as a free gift for joining the Crochet Now subscription, and it's still on my blocking board. But that's the square, and I was absolutely fine with all of this. Loved doing all of this, because it said if you feel that the puff stitches are more prominent on the wrong side, you could do the border on the wrong side, as it were, because you go backwards and forwards in rows, but then reverse it. And I don't know, I got into a bit of a mess with that. So the border wasn't straightforward, although it was in the end, because it's just, I think it was all single crochets, was it? But yeah, I actually quite like doing that one, and I think it's really pretty, really nice. And I use Stylecraft Special DK in the colourway Wisteria. That nice colour. So that was that one. But again, like I was saying with the 3D squares, the chart here has been a lifesaver for me, because I don't generally look at charts, but although although the written pattern is really good, just sometimes you're just not sure exactly where to put your hook, or so I've just, with having a chart you can see exactly, so I can see me this crochet along, and the 3D square crochet along has really it's really helped my process of reading charts, which I never really could do. And so I'm pleased about that, because it's a little something extra into it that I couldn't do before, that I can't do well now properly, but I'm getting used to them, and I'll look at them rather than, well, in combined with the written pattern. But anyway, next week is the French garden. Love that. It just, a little bit here says, play around with the use of colour in this square to create different effects. So the different effects, you can create a different look. Again, the charts there. And this one is a two ball of yarn rating. So we'll have to see how we go with that, but looking forward to doing that. We've got a 2 double bobble, a 2 double crochet bobble, a 3 double crochet bobble. That should be fine. Don't mind bobbles. I used to not be too keen on them, but I'm getting used to doing bobbles. So I've changed my little crocodile. Alex the crocodile isn't here. I've put was it Eunice, the unicorn? I've put her there, so I've got the beady eyes staring at me. I had a little change around. I've got to have a massive change around in here, but getting the time into it to do all these things. And right, the next thing that I've done. Whoops! Let me get all my stuff. Just a moment. Get all my little balls. Get all my little balls to show you. And the next thing I made is a bauble. That's my bauble. It was the first one I've made. I bought some polystyrene balls, and I see now that I should have, because I needed extra rows, I should have had different colours, because that looks it's too much all purple. But it's my first one, so, but this pattern was so easy to follow, and it's by on YouTube. It's Carmen, and she's got a lovely voice. She's an Irish lady, and her voice is so calming, and it's a really lovely tutorial. So it's literally 1 row, 2 row, 3, 4. It's 5 rows. You just change your colour at each one, but all your ends can go inside. So 5 rows, and then, because you do it in 2 halves, and then these are just single crochet in US terms, single crochet now, until there's a little bit of a gap. You don't want it too baggy, so I had to do 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Yeah, I did 4 rows of each, and then just sewed it together. But I should have really done different colours. There's too much purple there. And then to get the string in, I just got a long needle that I've got for sewing toys, amigurumis together. I just made the hole and then pulled that little string through. So that's my first little bauble. Just wanted to try it out, really. And what I've used there, what hook did I use? I used a 3.5 millimeter. These were from Temu, and I absolutely love these hooks. I love them. So 3.5, and I used Serdar Happy Cotton. I've got a big bag of these, so of course you only use a tiny little amount. And these are a double knitting. They're 20-gram balls. They're 43 meters and 47 yards. made in Turkey for Serdar, and I've looked on Wool Warehouse, they're £1.25 a little ball, but this colour shade 759 is Pebble. This one shade 754 is Cherryade, and this shade is 795 is called Giggle. This shade is 798 and it's Princess, lovely blue. And this shade is 781, is called Wicket. And this one is shade 787 and it's called Sunday, as in ice cream sundae. So I've got a big bag of these, so I use a tiniest little amount. So I'll be doing more of those, all sorts of colours. The polystyrene ball, there were 90p from my local yarn shop. Was it 90p or was it 60p? No, there were 60p. I thought there were 90, but that was a smaller size. And it's about 2 or 3 inch, just like a normal bauble size. Hold it in the palm of your hand, that size. So that was so quick and easy to make that I'll be doing loads, but I won't make that mistake. I'll have to do maybe one of each of these colours to make it fasten. But oh, I love my little bauble. Thought that was lovely. Why I bought the polystyrene baubles in the first place, I'd picked up this I showed you last week. It was the King Cole Price Wise Christmas in the colour Twirly Santa. I was going to do my baubles from this, but as you can imagine, this red row here, you went down in between the double crochets of the row below, so that none of that lovely pattern would have showed up if you were doing all the same. So I don't really know what to do with this, really. It reminds me of butcher's string. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm thinking of something else, but you know, when you buy not a leg of lamb, you buy a joint of something and it's strung with the butcher's string. It just reminded me of that a little bit. Perhaps that's green and red without the white, I don't know, but I was thinking butcher's string. But see, I've only got the one ball. I can get more. She's still got more, but I just not. It's double knit, and I love it. Nice and soft, but I'm just not really sure what to do with it now. Maybe other Christmas ornaments or something. But if you've got any ideas on this beautiful Christmassy yarn, let me know in the comments. Thank you. So that's that. The other thing that I suddenly thought, I haven't done a list yet, but last week on my Wool Warehouse Wednesday, I was showing you that I'd done this, it's like infinity scarf for, well, I don't know if she's watching or not, but for my sister. I don't know why I'm whispering, really. If she's watching, she's going to hear. So I thought, I know with that I wanted to do some sort of a hat. So last week I did a divine hat for my brother-in-law, their hubby. So I thought to go with that, I'll do a divine hat. So because I'm trying to tick off my list of items I want to make for gifts for Christmas. So I used this rainbow cotton. This was from Ice. No, it wasn't at all. No, it wasn't from Ice. It was from Wish, sorry. Before Temu came along, we'd got Wish, and I didn't order much from them, but I just liked this. And it said it was a cotton. Well, it says rainbow cotton. So I just liked all the colours together. But of course, a lot of it, as you see, is in. Oh, you can't see. It's all this is Chinese. So all I know is that you can wash it at 40 degrees, and there's a picture of a tumble dryer, what looks like a tumble dryer at 40. So you can wash and tumble dry it, and then all it's got is use a 4.5 millimeter hook. It's 100 gram and 193 meters, and it's 45% something and 55% something. But it's, it's Chinese, so I really don't know. Oh, excuse me bending. Um, but it's lovely colours, and that's how it. I got 2 or 3 of those, so I thought, right, I'm going to do the divine hat that I made last week was so quick and easy, and I loved the pattern, and I can remember it off by heart, I think now. So anyway, this is the beanie. This was how the colours came out. So you use the tutorial is by Fibre Spider on YouTube, and he's lovely, and he does a really nice tutorial. But the pattern is by Sarah Arnold. Sarah Arnold on the free pattern on Ravelry. But she does say to watch the tutorial by Fibre Spider. So, and in that you do the main body of it in a 6mm hook, but you do this is just front loop, back loop, front post, back post. You do it in a 5mm. So I will try that on later. I suddenly realised last week. Where's the other one? This one I did last week, and I said, "Oh, I'll try it on at the end." Although I don't suit hats, so just don't take the notice of that. But and I didn't try that on, so I just remembered that. So I will just try that on so you can see. And I have got a big head. That's officially because when my daughter was getting married, I didn't. Well, I was going to have a hat, although, like I said, hats just don't suit me whatsoever. But there was this lady that we knew. She had her husband had a farm, her and her husband, but she got like a lovely big chalet, and she made fascinators, and she also made hats. She's a milliner, a qualified milliner. So me and my daughter went to, no, my husband as well. No, me and my husband went because he said, "Oh, you've got a lovely big shed here." Shed? It's not a shed, it's a chalet. It was really a big shed, but she said, "All men say that. I've got a lovely big shed." But actually, she called it a chalet, but it was really just a shed. But it was a lovely big shed. And she got all these hats, and I tried a couple on, and they seemed to be popping off. And then she'd got 2 or 3. There was all these beautiful hats, and then she'd got 2 or 3 over on the other side. And I tried one of them and didn't suit whatsoever, and it wasn't the colour, but it was just for size. And she said, "Oh, yeah, like me." She said, "I'm exactly the same." She said, "You've got a big head." So officially, I've been told by a milliner I do have a big head, but I will try that on after. I'll leave it there so I remember. So that's that. And lastly, we'll go on to the donut cow. Where's my book? Oh, here we are. Oh, stretching again. Right, so, but I don't want to forget that beanie, so I'm going to put it on my lap so I don't forget to try it on. So last week was the Highland cow, and anybody that not sure what I'm talking about, this Crochet Donut Buddies book, I've had it a few years. Well, I say a few years, it seems like years. I've had it since 2022, so that's only a couple of years. And I just loved when you're looking at, I had it off Amazon, and And I just loved all of those. I just thought they looked so cute and lovely to pick up and hold and play with. So there's lots of different animals, and there's sunflower and snowman. There's a reindeer. There's all sorts of things. You can it tells you shows you in the back. I won't go on too much about the book, but it just shows you that in different yarn categories you can make them bigger or smaller, whether you use DK or Aran. And I think a lot of them are made in cotton, but I I use mainly Starcraft Special DK or Aran paint box. So you can use acrylic just as easily. Just I think a lot of them are made in cotton. The front of the book they give you a donut base. So to do a basic donut, and then you can literally just do a donut. You just leave the eyes off, and you've just got a nice donut. And then you can just do different colours with little sprinkles. And then on the next page, it shows you here how you put it together. So you start with your 20 chain, make it into a circle, and then increase, and then you decrease. So you've got like this sort of a shape. You press the two together, then as you're sewing up, you stuff it as you go. So you've got your donut, and then you've got the icing, which is the 5 rows are the same as the donut, but then you do the drips, which are just a different doubles and trebles and singles and that to make that icing. So last week I pulled out of my big bag of balls the Highland cow. Wasn't she lovely? This was classed as a 3 donut. Not 100% sure why, unless it was because of the hair, because the horns and the ears and the nose bit, they were all straightforward. Anyway, that was the lovely Highland cow, and I know Highland cows are very popular at the moment. So I'm just going to show you the lovely makes that we've had off our friends. My friends and yours. Right, so the first, let me get them in. The first couple of pictures, let me get my notes. The first couple of pictures are off Jan. Now, look, and just look. I love the hair, beautiful, and the nose ring. How lovely is that? And I could see there, look, that was the turkey from last week. How beautiful. And that's another picture. Now this was off Jan, absolutely cute. And she said she finished it off at a knit and crochet group that she hosts in her house, and it encouraged a lady to start making some donuts. So isn't that lovely when you can sit, somebody sees it and then thinks, oh yeah, I'll have a go at those. But how nice as well to have a little knit and crochet group with a group of friends come to your house. Oh, I just love that. I don't think there's many people around here that crochet. So I think, oh, I'd love to have a little group that crochet along. But that's thank you, Jan. That's absolutely gorgeous, cute as ever. And this next one is from hi Jan, by the way, lovely, absolutely lovely. And the next one is from our lovely friend Mary. Look, oh, I love how she does the eyes. Love the eyes and the nose and the ring. Highland cows are just so lovely, aren't they? And Mary has used stone for the donut, and she's used camel for the icing, and then she's used cream for the nose, and what have I put there? She's used cream for the nose, mocha for the nostrils, and she's used a little bit of citron for the chain. But gorgeous Mary as always. Oh, I just love it. They're all so different, but they're all Highland cows as well. I love that. And then the last photo that we've got is from our lovely Aussie Sandy. Hi Sandy. And that's oh look at the hair and the fringe. That's just all too cute. I love Highland cows. You can see. And she said she just loves Highland cows, anything to do with Highland cows, which I think they're very popular at the moment. Thank you all ladies for that. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love to see all the different, it's all the same thing, but they're all so different, aren't they? And that's lovely. So thank you so much for doing that, participating and showing me your lovely photos. Thank you. I just when I was when we were young, my family must have been about, I don't know, um, must have been about 10 or 11 or something like that. We used to go on holiday to Scotland in just a tow along caravan. And I always, the one thing, because when you're young, I always remember thinking, oh, why do we have to come here? Why can't we just go to Blackpool like normal people? Because when you're young, you just, you don't want that, do you? But now, obviously, it was gorgeous. We went to Loch Ness and everything, and I sat ages trying to look for the Loch Ness monster, but it never came. But wherever we toured round a little bit, and and wherever we went, there was Highland cows, and I can just remember going to a gate with my sister, and there was a big Highland cow, and they're so docile, but I remember just wanting to cuddle his head because all the hair, like in all of those photos, all the hair was all lovely, and they were just so docile and cute and big and lovely. Um, yeah, just to tell you that. Anyway, sorry, I'm going off thing. The only thing with this pattern, and I've just noticed it now, when you look at the back, this is mine. In the picture, the horns, they look quite big, don't they? So it just threw me a little bit. You can't really see them because they're white, but see how quite pointy and big they are. And I did exactly the same as the pattern because I double checked and double checked. But look how small they are. They don't look anyway. That's fine. They just I thought, oh, that should have been. I could have made them a bit bigger, but that was the exact right rows. I put a couple of different shades of brown in there. You can't really see, but and I think I went a bit scissor happy. I think that could have come down a little. Where they could just I put it down and just went with the scissors. I'm a bit scissor happy, I think. But that's my little Highland cow. I tried to make a little eyelashes a little bit so she looked like a nice little girl. Cute. But yeah, that's one of my favourites. I love doing the hedgehog, um, but I think that's one of my favourites. I'm doing I'm just embroidering eyes because they're going to be for little children, little so they can just hold it, and oh, nice to have one of those just in your bag though and hold it. Yeah, sorry, just thinking. Anyway, so I used Starcraft. That's just cream for the nose, and for is that stone? Yeah, I used stone. Well, I did them the wrong way round actually. Stone I should have used for the donut, but I didn't. I had to use it for the icing because this colour on the back, this should have been the Highland cattle colour. I used Yarnsmith's Create, this double knitting. It's warm taupe, so that should have been really the icing, and that should have been the donut, but I got carried away and started with that. So there's my little Highland cow, and all that's to do now is to pick next week's. Oh goodness, I was a big bag of balls. It's getting low, it's getting down. I always get a bit nervous. Oh, I always get a little bit nervous. I'm going right to the corner. I'm going right to the bottom of the bag. Right to the corner. Ooh. Oh, I see stripes. I see stripes ahead. It's the zebra on page 32. Make sure I don't put that back in the bag. Oh, I used to be quite worried of stripes until I was doing my cute crochet critters, and I did the zebra, and that was all right. It wasn't so bad as I thought. So let's have a look for the zebra. Page 32. 30, 31, 32. We may be all right. So this is the zebra. We've got 3 donuts again. So we've got a bit of striping in the ears, but it looks like, where's the picture? It looks like the donut's in black and the icing's in white. Let me read. This stripy fella loves running around in the wild. He also loves meeting up with his donut buddy pals for a bit of fun. His cute stripes and triangles can be made in varying sizes. So you follow the basic donut pattern to create the donut base in black and the icing in white. So the donut's still straight black and white, omitting the sprinkles. So yes, you do the black for the donut, white for the icing. The ears are just a little bit of striping, but then the triangles, you make 3 large and 2 small. So you can see there, 1, 2, 3, and then sew the zebra stripes and triangles onto the face, placing the stripes and triangles however you choose. Oh, so there's stripes as well, so you get 2 large and 2 medium. But literally, to do a stripe, you're just chaining between 12 to 15 depending on the tension, fasten off, and then just sew on. So it's not so bad as it looks. Ooh, hair in my eye. So these you can sew on wherever you want. Just absolutely do what you want, it's more or less saying. So that'll be fun to make. Oh, you got the little tiny bit of hair there. So anyway, the zebra on page 32 is the next donut. So looking forward to that. So I'm going to go now, and I hope everyone is keeping well and safe. There's so much happening all around the world. It's not very nice at the moment, so I always try and say a prayer for each and every one of where the hurricanes are happening and where the wars are happening, and just try and, in your own little part of the world, just try and stay safe with winter coming. Keep warm. Well, I say winter coming, I know in some parts of the world the summer's coming, so keep warm or cool wherever you are, and always just try and spread a little happiness along the way. Just a little bit helps, I know. I wish everybody would do a little bit, and then I know a lot of people do, and a lot of people I know are very much like that, but I try and just smile and say hello and do my best. But whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing it with, love each other and be kind to each other, and you never know what's round the corner, do you? So Oh, I haven't tried the hat on. Oh, I'm saying all that. Shall I take my hair out? Yes, I'll take my hair out the thing. Oh dear, look how my hair's grown, honestly. Right, so let's find the back. My hair grows really quickly, I can't believe. Bearing in mind I have got a big head. Oh yes, it hardly fits. And I've got a lot of hair as well, so oh, I did tell you it doesn't suit. See, if it was for me I'd have to do another couple of rows, and but it feels very nice. And my sister, I should have said, so if you're watching, don't look. Um this is one of your Christmas presents. So that's that one. Let me just show you this one. This is my brother-in-law's. Oops. Oh goodness. Yeah, hats just don't suit, but that one feels a little bit bigger, so I think he'll love that. But this oh dear me, I really don't suit hats. Sorry. Sorry for that little show, but they're so absolutely lovely to make, and I know the pattern. They're for Aran weight. Oh yes, and maybe that wasn't an Aran weight, or that came a bit smaller. Maybe that wasn't it, because it was from all in Chinese. I don't really know what it was, but look at the lovely patterns. But I'll definitely be making more of those because they're just so nice to make. Anyway, I've absolutely rabbled on. Um, Stay safe, everyone. Love you all, and I'll see you. Well, I've got a what's it called? Oh, I can't think of my words today. I've got an Aldi yarn haul. The lovely chunky baby chenille yarn. I'll tell you about that. That might be on. When shall I do that? I've got my Wool Warehouse Wednesday coming up, and I've been using uh, the full of beans, the beans yarn from Yarnsmiths, and but this I'll probably be Thursday or Friday. I'll do a yarn haul that my lovely friend Dot found for me. She was in Aldi and said, "Oh, Sal, quick, do you want any of this?" So she was in Aldi when all this lovely baby chenille came in. So she grabbed a load of that for me. So I'll bring you that on Friday, maybe. Anyway, have a lovely day, have a lovely week, and I'll see you all on Wednesday. Love you all. Bye, Cole. Bye, Dougie. Bye, Jamie. Bye, Leo. Bye, Jonathan. Bye, Hope. Sorry. Love you all. Bye.